Ladies and gentlemen, let me now take you to the third habit. And this one is perhaps the most dangerous of all. It is the habit of blaming. Poor people always find someone else to blame for their situation. They blame the government, they blame their boss, they blame the economy, they blame their family, but they never look in the mirror. Do you know what I've noticed? Whenever life is hard, the easiest thing to do is to point a finger. If only my boss paid me more, I would be rich. If only the government gave me support, I would succeed. If only my parents were wealthier, I would have a better start. This way of thinking may give you comfort, but it will never give you progress. Because the moment you blame, you give away your power. I once met a young man who told me, I can't succeed because my father didn't leave me any money. I told him, that's why you have to succeed, so that your children never say the same about you. Every generation has two choices, to pass down excuses or to pass down opportunities. Poor people pass down excuses. Rich people pass down opportunities. Another side of blaming is complaining. Poor people complain all the time. They complain about their job, but they never learn a new skill. They complain about their pay, but they never try a side hustle. They complain about the government, but they never even try to improve themselves. Complaining is addictive. It makes you feel like you are doing something, but in reality, you are doing nothing. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone complain their way into success? Never. The more time you spend complaining, the less time you have for action. Action creates results. Complaining creates nothing. Let me tell you a story. There were two shopkeepers. Both had the same problem. Their street had very little traffic. One of them complained every day. The government doesn't care. The city doesn't support us. Customers never come. He sat in his shop, waiting for change. The other one said, if people don't come to me, I will go to them. He started delivering goods to nearby homes. He told his friends, if you buy from me, I will bring it to your door. Slowly, people began to trust him. His business grew. The first shopkeeper is still there, sitting, waiting, complaining. The second shopkeeper is now the owner of a supermarket. Same street, same problem, different mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, the habit of blaming and complaining is like putting chains on your own legs. You think the world tied you down, but in truth, you tied yourself. And as long as you live with excuses, you will never break free. Let me tell you something powerful. Your future is not decided by the government, or your boss, or your parents. It is decided by the choices you make today. When you blame, you delay. When you take responsibility, you take control. And the day you stop saying, it's not my fault, and start saying, it's my responsibility, that is the day you begin the journey to wealth, freedom, and success. Ladies and gentlemen, let me end with something you must never forget. Poverty is not only about money, it is a mindset. You can give two people the same amount of money, the same opportunities, even the same education, and still one will rise and one will fall. Why? Because one changes his habits and the other keeps repeating them. The truth is, nobody is born poor forever. You may be born with nothing, but if you die with nothing, it is because you chose the wrong habits. I know that sounds harsh, but reality is harsh. Life does not reward excuses. Life rewards discipline, courage, and action. So let me ask you, how long will you wait? How long will you keep blaming, keep spending, keep procrastinating? How many years will you lose before you realize time is slipping away?